friends, and welcome to the Christian View. I'm Dr. Trudy. I'm so excited to be with you for just a few minutes today. If this is your first time to our channel, I just want to say welcome. I'm glad that you're here. And I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button so that you can get all our latest teachings and interviews that are coming starting back in August. And if you've been with us for a while, I just want to say welcome back. I'm so glad that you are doing life with us because we were never meant to do life alone. Listen, today I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind for quite some time, and that is purpose. I just finished writing my book, Fit for Purpose, that the Lord had given me years ago to write, and I kept putting it aside. And then my dad died, and before he died, we started talking a lot about purpose and what purpose meant, and have we completed the assignments that God has given us? And so I want to ask you this question: have you ever looked around at everyone else's life and wonder, God, what is my purpose? I see other people completing their purpose, but what is my purpose? Or maybe you thought, Lord, I know you have something for me to do, but I just don't know what it is. And you try to reason and try to figure things out. But I think one of the biggest lies the enemy tells us is that purpose is something we have to go out and find. So we're always looking for the next thing or our big breakthrough, which we'll talk about in a minute. But what if purpose isn't something you find? What if purpose is someone that you follow? Listen, the closer we walk with Jesus, the clearer our purpose becomes. And I remember those conversations with my dad when he was diagnosed with cancer, talking about his purpose. Did he complete his purpose? And one thing I knew was that my dad had a close walk with the Lord. In his later years, he came to know the Lord, and his walk with the Lord became really, really solid. So I knew that I could tell my dad that he has fulfilled the calling and purpose on his life. But I do think, y'all, the world throws us these bill of goods that we have to do more, we have to be more, and that's how we find our purpose. But listen to Jeremiah 29:11. It says this: "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Notice, God didn't say, you need to figure out your plan. You need to go and find it. He said, I know the plans I have for you. So therefore, we need to stay closer to him. We need to have that relationship with him on a daily basis. Our job isn't to know every step. Our job isn't to find out. Our job isn't to know every step. Our job is to trust the one who does know the next step. So many people are waiting for that huge moment where God reveals their entire future. And a lot of times we stay stuck because we're waiting for that huge moment. But listen, purpose isn't usually revealed all at once. It's revealed one step of obedience at a time, one surrendered moment at a time. David wasn't trying to become king when he was faithfully tending sheep. And Esther didn't know that she was going to save a nation. Peter had no idea that saying yes to following Jesus would change history. Listen, each of them simply obeyed the next thing God placed in front of them. And when they were obeying, doing the next thing, they were present in that moment. They were present in what God had called them to do for that season of their life. They simply obeyed him. So here's something that I've learned as a counselor and a coach. People often confuse purpose with position. People often confuse purpose with position. They say things or think things like this: when I get that job, then. When I get married, then. When the kids are grown, or when I have enough money, then I'll live my purpose. Listen, we are to live our purpose each and every day as we follow Christ. Purpose isn't found in a title. It's not found in a title because titles can be taken away. Purpose is found in becoming the person God created you to become. You can live in purpose while changing diapers. You can live with purpose while sitting behind a desk. You can live with purpose by caring for your aging parents. You can live with purpose in seasons that feel ordinary, because purpose isn't about who you are. It's about who you belong to. So for those young moms out there who are in the midst of changing diapers and nighttime feedings and the laundry, I want to say, enjoy that season. Find the joy in that season. Pray over those kids. Pray over the laundry. Find ways to just be present in those moments because those times are so fleeting. If you're sitting behind a desk wondering what your purpose is, know that God has you there for a reason and for a season, and work as if you're working unto the Lord to bring him glory. And when the time is right, God will bring you to a new season. If you're caring for aging parents, y'all, time is so fast. Love on those parents. Seek wisdom from those parents. It's a hard season, y'all. I'm in that season right now, and I've been in that season for a long time, taking care of aging parents while having a small child at home, while having also having a 20-year-old at home. Y'all, the seasons are hard, but if we stay connected to the vine, God is faithful. So the enemy wants us to try to live from those mountaintops to mountaintops. He wants us thinking that if we have those experiences, life isn't going to feel ordinary. But listen, it's in the ordinary days that God develops those extraordinary gifts and talents for us so that we can complete the purpose and calling that he has placed on our life. Everyone was created on purpose for a purpose, and God has these great things for you, but we've got to stay connected to the vine. Listen, again, because purpose isn't about where you are. It's not circumstantial, y'all. Purpose is about who you belong to. It's about who you belong to. So I want to challenge you today. Instead of asking God, what is my purpose? Maybe start asking God, what is my next step of obedience? Or God, what can I learn in this season of my life? Maybe a season that you just don't like, but what can I learn in this season of life that will help me become one step better than I was yesterday, one step closer to who you've called me to be than I was yesterday? Purpose is built, y'all, on 1,000 small yeses to God. Purpose is built on 1,000 small yeses to God, one faithful decision at a time. So I want to encourage you today. You are not an accident, and you are not behind. Listen, the enemy loves to say, he loves for us to compare. Look what so-and-so is doing. Look what so-and-so is doing. And we feel like we're behind, and we've got to pick it up. And then anxiety and stress and depression can set in because we're looking at other people. Stay connected to the vine. You're not behind schedule. Like I said, the enemy always used to get me on this one. Well, look how old you are. Look how far behind you are. You're not behind schedule. You have not missed God's plan. God has not forgotten about you. If you woke up this morning, God still has a purpose for you in your life. So walk with him today. Be faithful with him today. Love someone today, y'all. Smile at someone today. Serve someone today. Take the next step today, because purpose is not your destination. It's the way you choose to live every single day of your life. So I want to leave you with two questions. One question actually, and I'd love for you to put it in the comment. I'd love to hear from you. What is one step of obedience God is asking you to take this week? What is one step of obedience God is asking you to take this week? And put that in the comment. I'd love to hear from you. And remember, you don't have to have your whole life figured out. You just need to trust the one who does. You don't have to have your whole life figured out. You just need to trust the one who does. So listen, I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. I'd love to hear your comments. I can't wait. We are going to start doing lives and teachings every week on a YouTube channel and Facebook social media. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Follow us on all those social media handles. And I look forward to doing live with you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.